just take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it along.
I might have spoken too soon. The pride of the SVC may be stepping in to the pitcher's box right now, and this is your partner.
Yes.
Tammy Williams, and this is going to be another great game. Now, I will tell you this, as the ladies finish their down and back, I did have some predictions from my broadcast partner down south, my buddy Phil Barnett, and he picked in the juniors, Austin Cameron, and he typically picks a sleeper player. He said there's no sleeper here. Russell Tabor's another great ACO player, also picked Austin. So really, it wasn't too hard. He picked Dylan Oftenberg and Brennan Tapp to be finishing the top three or possibly be a winner there. But Austin Cameron, pretty much a simple lock you could pick for this. Now, he does have in the ladies and in the women's division here, Phil has predicted Maggie Geiger, who you see in the green Player of the Season jersey, with his sleeper, Ashley Taylor. Tammy, he has in his second spot there to possibly take first, but Phil has chosen Maggie Geiger. Russell Tabor's also Maggie Geiger. So I have a feeling things here in the booth are a little bit different, at least with the 50% of us, which is not allowed to be partial. But your doubles partner, let's talk a little bit about where her head is between where we saw her last night and where we see her tonight.
Well, yesterday was a very impressive comeback, being down 19-4 and coming back. I talked to her about it after the game, and I told her that I saw it in her face, when it was clicked. And she said she could hear me. She said she knows me so well that she knew exactly what I was finishing, but not truly hearing everything I said, but she knew that I had said something about her being locked in.
Well, and I guarantee you she heard the "come on girl" that burst out of your word hole at some point earlier. Maggie lays a little dirty bag up there as we're doing our down and backs, getting those final warm-up tosses. The ladies will work west to east here on our screen, and we are ready to go live whenever they are. We will reset the scoreboard to zeros. Tammy, our number one seed in women's for this particular event here at the Grand Casino in Hinckley, Minnesota. Maggie, our number 3 seed. They are going to tater, and they are going to get it underway. So the higher seed, Tammy Williams, has the first bag. She'll be in the blue score box. Maggie Geiger, wearing that Player of the Season jersey, in the red as our 3rd seed.
And Maggie, we played against her in co-ed, and I watched her, and she is incredibly consistent. I mean, it's bag after bag, piling it in the hole. So this is going to be a great match between two very talented ladies. One throwing a very slick bag, the fly bags, and Tammy throwing a very sticky bag, the BG Mercenaries. So big difference in play. Maggie with a nice push. Tammy pushing it.
That's a nice bag there, but a little disappointed that there wasn't a little more traction possibly
she got
there.
lucky there.
Boy, Maggie let her off the hook. To be certain right there, posting the early deuce does Maggie. Maggie will be playing a little bit later in our co-ed winners final with her father, Wayne Rao, who was her choice to play in the World Singles Finals because she said that would be an easy win, but for some reason he still agreed to partner with her, as he always does. So we will see them again against Megan and Chase Puckett. Puckett, a name you're going to hear a lot tonight during the championship Saturday here from the Grand Casino. First bag is taken by Maggie Geiger, having won the last frame. A little blocker shot laid in front. And don't believe that was intended to be a low blocker right there, but Tammy should be able to clean all of that up here in just a moment. She's got a little bit of a head tilt. Maggie says, I'll go ahead and get that out of the way for you, and I'm going to go ahead and push. I thought she'd follow that one in, but ultimately you got to figure those are going in, and there's ultimately.
Oh, it hung up.
Boy, and I'll tell you, that was an opportunity missed for a couple of extra points. And it's funny because we talk about their form. Each has such a different form, the step versus the stand still form, and Tammy up on her toes. But she also, there's something about her, and would you say she's the mama bear of the SVC? Is that safe to say?
Yes, she's my bestie, so
Yes.
We're like sisters. And we're a crazy fun bunch.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we were always having fun.
I don't have any doubt about that. Her husband, Junior, her partner for so many years, but lots of maneuvering going on within the SVC to create new partnerships, new teams. Seems to be working out because after almost every major so far this season, somebody from the SVC, somehow, even if they haven't played in it, shows up in the top three.
Right.
But I watch, and the reason I bring up the mama bear is if you watch Tammy, when she has one bag left, she holds it close to her heart, like she's afraid to let it go, and then she takes that other bag and she lofts it. And she's talking to her right now, and she's saying,
She's thinking about shooting, and I think she's going
honey,
to.
I want you to come up and over, and she takes it, and she does it. How about that? Right off the back rim of the hole, and she did exactly what her eyes told you, and your familiarity with her
Yep. I knew
going
exactly
to do.
she was going to do it when she held it in her hand the way she did. And again, Maggie shows no fear, no sweating it. She's same, steady, consistent Maggie.
Well, I do love the fact that her nickname is the Machine Gun, because if there was ever anything on the planet Earth that was so polar opposite to her demeanor, it would be a machine gun.
Right.
But it's because she mows down competition, and she does it very quickly. So this is going to be, as you mentioned, a great battle. 3-1 Maggie, the number 3 seed, over Tammy Williams right now, the number 1 seed, and that bag slips off to the left side, gives great opportunity up the center of the board, and Tammy does take care of that, but still doesn't seem all that happy with what she's doing. That look on her face is she betraying herself just a little bit there? What are we missing?
She is totally locked in. She's concentrating really hard. That's what I see. That's what I see. She's focused.
See, you see
Laser
the focus
focused.
that
Yeah.
when you see that focus that you're accustomed to seeing. I'm looking and I'm seeing. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm seeing something where she thinks, I should have 5 or 6 points posted by now.
I think she seems very confident. And I've been on the receiving end of that.
Yes, and that's no fun, I'm sure. I am absolutely sure. Well, Maggie, again, from our in-house prognosticators, chosen as the Ultimate Women's Champion, but obviously Tammy Williams has a lot to say about that. She's there in her major championship purple jersey, while Maggie is in her Player of the Season green jersey. And if you'd like to know more about what the jersey colors mean when you see them,
ladies.
that's really nicely done. An 8-bagger there from both. A couple of taters, enough maybe to whip up some and make some mash before it's all said and done. I think there'll be plenty of those. But the different colored jerseys, whether it's a yellow jersey, green, purple, there's red and blue, red, white, and blue, obviously the pro jerseys. If you're interested to find out what all of that's about, feel free to check out AmericanCornhole.com. Learn more about the sanctioning, governing body of the sport of professional cornhole since 2005. There was a little bit of a miscue and a misfire, but knowing that she's dialed in the way you know, Maggie certainly is going to take advantage of that, but Tammy
right back
dials it right back in. AmericanCornhole.com. You want to find out how you can end up on this center court and become a member, or find a certified official near you, find some tournaments to play in and people that are like-minded, find yourself some weekend out spending a Friday and a Saturday with us. Again, you could end up on center court as well. It's all at AmericanCornhole.com. Here it comes to the left side of the hole, up the middle, and
picks
pretty
up
much
5.
as expected. And that is a nice frame, and one of the larger frames actually we've seen this entire weekend. We've seen a lot of 1s and 2s, the occasional 3, not a lot of 5s. Certainly, we haven't seen any 7s, 8s, or 9s.
No, we haven't seen any 2 hands. When you start counting in 2 hands, that's when you want to
Right.
really tighten your reins in there and really think a little bit about what you're doing. The other thing I want to tell people at home, you not only are going to have fun, but you're going to gain a second family.
Yes.
The cornhole family.
Yes, you are. We talk about the ACO family all the time. There's some that are so passionate about it, like myself. We have committed the ACO logo, or some version of that logo, to our bodies in ink, the Lifers Club. We have almost 80 players now that have
80
ACO
players?
tattoos, and members that are members for life. So, and it is a family, and you'll see Wayne and Maggie later, and you have Tammy and Junior, you and your husband, the Hurt family that plays out of the SVC as well, Rex and Caleb and Isaac, who we talk about a lot, but there are so many families just here up north in the Minnesota area, Wisconsin, Michigan, that have come out. I know Bob Heil, will be seeing him in a little while. His son is here with him. And you're right, it's a family within a larger family as well.
We actually have 2 players that are 79 years old.
Oh, how outstanding. You know what? You got to love it. And we call it cradle to grave,
Right.
which probably isn't a great way to put it, but we have players that are 6 years old, and as you said, 76 and 80.
It's crazy.
A couple of players in the local Cincinnati area where the home base is. Dallas Parsley, he's cracked the 8-0 mark. Still getting out and getting great exercise out of this as these 2 ladies just continue to control the hole, and I had to do that. I'm sorry, Tammy, I jinxed you there, but Maggie will take advantage of that and push that bag out of play to the left.
Maggie picked up 2 more.
Picks up a couple there, but we talk about the physical fitness. A lot of people are probably saying to themselves, really, I'm sitting here watching cornhole on Stadium? Yes, you are. And 2 hours from now, you might be going, really, I'm still sitting here watching cornhole?
Right.
But you do, because
Right.
you can't, and even I think you can get a feel for how good they are, but it's a little bit, you almost get hypnotized and numb to it watching it on the screen. Watching it here and seeing the step or the pitch or all of the different mechanics that go into it makes it a lot of fun. So if you get the chance to come out and be part of the competition, it adds another level of awesome to the game of cornhole.
Well, I can also tell you the longest game I have on record was 46 minutes in a singles match. That is me and another individual walking back and forth for 46 minutes. So that is a lot of walking and a lot of playing.
Well, and that was my original point, is that there is a physical fitness to it, that the bending, the stretching, the walking, all of it. She's going up and over.
No, she didn't.
She didn't. She tried to roll. She tried that roll shot. I tell you, she's going to have to get maybe Austin to come in and give her a little extra lesson on that roll shot.
You know what's interesting? She actually holds her bag like the butterfly is what they call it, that a lot of the players use.
That grip?
That grip is the butterfly. She kind of holds it that way. She can actually do it on a stickier board. She really can.
Well, down 12-2, but again, as we've discussed time and time again, major after major, there is no lead that you can call safe, and nobody knows that better than Maggie, because she has been bitten by that bug a time or two. She's going to dial it back in. These 2 bags pretty much out of play up to the top right, but they will provide a little cushion.
And then yesterday, Tammy was down 4-19 and came back, so it can happen. It's a really good bag. I think Maggie's just going to plow through that.
Push through hard.
She did.
She did. She cleaned it up just a little bit. That left side of the hole is open. Tammy swings, drops a couple.
It's going to be hard to get past that slick bag. That sticky bag grabs everything.
When we talk slick side and sticky side, for those who may not have joined us before, we know that you may know the terms, maybe you don't. A cornhole bag, now typically the modern cornhole bag has a side that has a little bit more of a tack to it, so you can place that bag where you want, a slicker side. These are all innovations that were pioneered by the ACO since 2005, and the creation of cornhole as a professional sport by the American Cornhole organization. Frank Gears, the 2-sided strategy bag, really, there's different kinds of fabrics, there's different sorts of designs, some use patches, there's all sorts of different ways to add to the slick or the stick part of the bag, which affects your strategy. There's carpet bags that tend to bunch up around the hole a little bit more. Some of these bags, I know you were talking about a brand of bag that sometimes will frustrate you, and that had to be frustrating right there for Tammy to give up a couple more, but bags that'll just, anyway, they just have eyes and they find the hole and they just drip in.
They can go right around your bag. The Viper sees.
But from that to, yeah, absolutely, from the professional level Pro Series boards, these pitch pads, I would say that we discussed, and I don't know if it was you and I that were discussing this last night, but William Boom Howell, one of our other commentators, we were talking about one of the most important pieces of equipment pioneered by the ACO is the drink holder.
Yes.
Because the bag in one hand sometimes throws you off balance if you don't have a cold drink in the other. Oh boy, you're seeing Tammy move a little bit off to the right a little bit. Is she holding on to it just a little split second longer than she normally would?
Let me see. I think she held on to that a little bit too long.
What was that?
I think she may have held on to it a little long.
A little too long. Now, she did say her nails are a big part, which is interesting because it's not really something you think about in sports, but absolutely has something to do with how you hold a bag and that butterfly grip or some of the different grips that are employed. She's very meticulous about which way she stacks her bags in her off-pitching hand. 18-2, she can still do it. We've seen it done. That first bag dead center from Maggie Geiger. What is going through Tammy's head right now at 18-2? You're her partner, you're her best friend. What's going on in there?
She's got to get aggressive. She knows it. She has to start playing aggressive and make every bag count. Maggie's given her a couple chances, which she has capitalized on, and she really needs to capitalize on some of those.
So Maggie undoubtedly going to try to pull her bag in with her.
I think Maggie's bag is going to stay up if Tammy can get that in. She may get 2.
Come in low and pick it up.
She
And
over
she
to
just
the left a little
does
bit.
not take advantage of that opportunity. But you know what? You still live to pitch another frame. She didn't give up the unnecessary 3, and we've talked about this, 17, 18, 19, 20, the hardest spots to be sitting on for a long period of time.
I've been asked many times, have you ever been beat 20-3? When I've been up 20-3, I'm like, yes, I have.
Is that right? Okay, well, it can happen.
Happens.
And it's not any given Sunday, it's any given any time that it can happen, and it can come from the least likely place as well. A couple of bags off and pretty much out of play for both players. Opportunity there for Tammy to take advantage, but unfortunately now they're just going to match bags in the hole, and for Tammy's sake, that's what she's hoping she's able to pull off and leave them underneath the wooden sunroof, as our buddy Jay Boogie likes to say. And Maggie does her a favor there, so she comes in and tries to pull that one and drag them both in. Oh,
she almost got him.
But
it's a wash.
No blood, no foul right there. Oh, it's so funny because last night I watched you get tense. You get tense and tense and tense. And then you're starting to do it again. But the weird thing is now I am too.
I know.
And I don't even know why.
I know. I told her last night I was so stressed. My shoulders were up to my ears.
We asked them the same question as far as any celebrity that they would love to play a game of cornhole with. Maggie Geiger says Adam Sandler.
She wants to laugh.
She wants to laugh, and I would imagine he could throw some trash talk her way if he wanted to. And then I'm assuming you would know who Tammy's celebrity would be.
She likes to know what The Rock is cooking.
Yes.
So would I.
Is that right? Is that right? Well, Dwayne Johnson, know that we've got our sights set on you, my friend.
Yeah, he needs to come up and visit us.
There it is. All right, so she's got to get this pushing through there low and hard and take them both. Oh, and that's going to do it. That's going to do it. Well, I'll tell you something. It was a great match between two very highly respected female players. Tammy Williams will step aside, and how about that, Maggie Geiger at the number 3 seed in women's for this particular tournament here in the Grand Casino, Hinckley, Minnesota, for season 17 of the ACO. She takes the women's championship, and she will add another purple jersey to her collection. But Maggie will be back a little bit later on during the co-ed winners final. She will be partnered up with her father, Wayne. So she's going to come over and spend a couple of moments with us here on the Stadium Sports Network. All right, so welcome back to the booth. Now, I don't think I would say this about any other player in the ACO, but I would almost be willing to bet, Maggie, and congratulations, by the way, adding another purple jersey to your collection.
Yes.
I would almost bet that your distaste for being here on camera and being part of the winner's interview is almost enough to make you start throwing matches.
Right. Yeah, I
No
get
pun
to
intended.
about like third, and I'm like, well, I could quit now, and then I'm not on camera.
Then I don't have to go over there and talk to that guy. Anyway, well, you know what? You really seem to just play your slow and steady wins the race game. There were a couple of opportunities that you gave Tammy. She clearly was not able to take advantage of. Seemed like if you had a bad bag, she'd have the matching bad bag to the other side. But what was the secret? Just the consistency to getting that win?
I guess. Yeah.
Well, you threw it. I didn't throw it. All I did was marvel at it. So the opportunity to get out there and just play your pace and your game was all it took.
Yeah.
So now we'll see you a little bit later on in co-ed doubles with your partner, Wayne, who's your dad, who is also the guy that you said in the singles championships you'd love to play against him for the World Singles Championship because it would be an easy win.
For me, but not anyone else. He'll do really good at co-ed.
And he's still, in spite of that, says, all right, I'll take you on as my partner, young lady. Well, congratulations. The green player of the season jersey, clearly very well earned, and congratulations on adding another purple jersey to that collection. Well done. Outstanding. We'll enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you back here on center court in just a few.